Anger fades, but it leaves scars. Sadhguru teaches that intense emotions don't just vanish. They leave impressions on your energy body. Every outburst, every bit of unresolved resentment doesn't just affect this life. It shapes the next one. In this video, you'll learn how anger creates karma, why it becomes a toxic energy cycle, and how to break it before it becomes your new reality. Anger isn't just a mood. It's a powerful vibration that burns itself into your energy, like fire carving wood. Sadhguru says that anything you experience with intensity and without awareness becomes a samskara, a karmic imprint. These imprints don't just disappear over time. They stick with you, shaping how you act, react, and even what kind of future lives you'll have. When you keep blowing up, holding grudges, or feeding your hatred, your energy starts to revolve around that same frequency. It's like tuning into an angry channel. And that channel keeps playing situations that fuel more anger. You fight the world, and the world fights back. Karma becomes an emotional mirror. Anger doesn't vanish when you die. It sticks with you, because karma isn't physical, it's vibrational. And whatever you don't heal now comes back as future challenges. That's why every intense emotion you ignore becomes your destiny. And unconscious destiny, that's just pain on repeat. Most people don't realize it, but anger almost always comes from pain. Old pain, unacknowledged pain, buried pain. Sadhguru explains that the ego hides this pain by acting tough. Unhealed trauma wears a mask of rage. You're not just mad at today, you're protecting an old wound. When you feel hurt and don't know how to deal, anger shows up like a shield. It protects you for a moment, but traps you in the long run. You react, push back, lash out, but deep down, the pain's still there. And the more you use anger to defend yourself, the more it becomes who you think you are. You start to become your own wall. That's the real danger. Anger feels like power, but it cuts you off from everything that can heal you. It blocks vulnerability, closes your heart, and stops your energy from flowing naturally. And that wall you think is protecting you, it turns into karma. What you don't face repeats. What you don't feel hardens. And what hardens shapes you. Anger doesn't just end when you snap. It keeps vibrating in your energy field, like heat that won't go away. Sadhguru teaches that anything you don't process with awareness turns into distortion in your subtle body. And that distortion affects your choices, your health, and the paths you're drawn to. When your energy field is filled with anger, everything starts to feel tense. Your relationships feel heavy. Your environment feels off. Even your thoughts get noisy. Your intuition weakens. Your clarity fades. You stop acting with purpose and start reacting out of fear. And that contaminated field keeps repeating the same patterns because it only recognizes what already hurts. That's karma growing. The worst part? That leftover anger doesn't just disappear. It spreads into your words, your glances, the silence you break with shouting. And it follows you, even if you move across the world. Because karma doesn't care about geography. It follows your vibration. Anger doesn't go away by pretending it's not there. It dissolves with awareness. Sadhguru says you don't need to suppress your anger. Just see it for what it is. Misdirected energy. When you stop identifying with anger and start observing it as a vibration needing your attention, something shifts. You stop reacting and start taking responsibility. The first step is saying, "This is in me, but it's not me." That simple moment of separation between who you are and what you feel opens up space. And in that space, karma starts to change. The energy that would have locked into another cycle starts to flow instead. And what used to trap you in the past becomes strength for something new. Letting go of anger isn't weakness. It's refusing to keep using your power against yourself. It's choosing to use your energy for what actually matters. Clarity, presence, truth. When you do that with sincerity, something breaks. The loop ends. The pain softens. And the karma that once felt like a heavy burden begins to dissolve in the light of your conscious choice. What you're experiencing now doesn't end with this life. Sadhguru says that the quality of your awareness today sets the tone for your next life. In other words, whatever you transform with awareness becomes light baggage. But whatever you ignore, explode with, or bottle up becomes weight you'll carry into the next cycle. The anger you don't heal today, the next you will have to deal with it. But here's the good news. Energy isn't loyal to the past. It follows the direction you give it right now. If today you choose observation over reaction, compassion over collapse, you're changing the vibrational signature of your soul. That changes your karma. Your next chapter is being built by what your energy is doing right this moment. So the question isn't, what did I do? It's, what energy am I holding on to? Because at the end of the day, your next life won't be a punishment. It'll be the natural result of your current frequency. And when your frequency is light, clear, and aligned, karma stops being a burden. It becomes a bridge between who you were, who you are, and who you still can become. Anger might look like strength, but true strength is transforming that energy before it shapes your future. Watch now. Overcome fear, anger, and anxiety. Sadhguru reveals the secret to beating negative emotions. And learn how to free your energy before it turns into karma. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep going on this journey. Your next life is being written right now by what you choose to feel.